Welcome to yet another episode of Get Heard podcast, a podcast where we try to bring stories and motivate you listeners and viewers. Este गरेर we have brought a very motivational guest to speak with us who's been working in migration industry for more than 4 years now, Simrita Khadka. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Aryan. Thank you for inviting me in Get Heard. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much for your time. आउनुभयो must be having a busy schedule. अनि your time निकालेर आउनुभयो. Thank you so much. And I think this episode is going to be very exciting as well. किनभने अब so many changes in migration, and not just migration. We'll talk about different topics, and we'll delve into different your stories, your successes, your failures. And I think it's going to be very exciting.
Thank you.
And how's everything अहिले?
Everything's it's like due to COVID, like everyone knows, it's like we are trying to adjust in the new normal. So things has settled down in prospect of NSW and in prospect of daily life. We are getting used to it. So it's far more better than past like 3-4 months back or a few months back. Yeah.
I think people have got used to it as well.
Yes, I can we can say that like people has become more disciplined, maintaining the distance and focus into like their health and well-beingness. So I can see like it's getting more stable.
Yes. But Australia compared to other countries has taken this rather sensitively. है तपाईले अरु कन्ट्रीहरु अहिलेसम्म त खोलिसक्यो नि त
हजुर
तर अहिले चाहिँ एकदम टाइम लगाइरहेछ अस्ट्रेलियाले
because they want, maybe like they are waiting for a vaccine to work out, and then because they I think it's my view, Australian government, they are very conscious about the health of the and well-beingness of their citizens and residents actually. So that's what I can feel.
So they're actually becoming more conscious.
Yes. And that's good in one sense actually. Yeah.
Sure. अनि स्टुडेन्ट्सहरु स्पेशली यहाँ भएको अनि those who are overseas, are they being taken care of? Have they been getting information as to where they'll get to come to Australia?
So at this moment, it's hard to give a timeline, exact timeline, because we are also waiting for the government to update us. So students are whoever is stuck in their home country, they're studying online. Like study load has been decreased, rather than 4 units, they are studying 1 or 2 units. So like government is making some arrangement. As soon as it happens, we will keep the student updated on that matter.
So the studies is still going on?
Still going on online, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Cool. We don't want to get into this boring migration story, we want to know more about yourself, कसरी तपाईको journey about becoming a director in Grace Sydney, अनि always been into migration कि हजुरको कस्तो थियो अहिलेसम्मको career?
Talking about my present position, it's an executive director for Sydney branch in Grace International. Journey चाहिँ back in Nepal देखि नै I was very motivated, and I used to work in a St. Javis, one of the reputed school in Nepal in Jaulakil. So that gave me like a learning opportunity while I was teaching. It gave me the leadership skills and how to even the learning at the same time, teaching and learning, it happened same time. So it was not hard for me when I came to Australia in 2008 August. It was like because I was working back then, so it was not hard for me to deal with the people and go for interview and get the right job. And the journey started, became a retail manager, went to the retail management and worked there for 7 years. And since my background was environmental science in Nepal, so I completed my master's degree from Macquarie University, which helped me a lot to learn different way of making the decision making. And it's not like whatever you study you have to work on that field, but it gave me the education and awareness of dealing, decision making, lots of things. And I was always interested in the education and migration part. So when I completed my degree from ANU, Australian National University, as a graduate migration law, in a
Yeah.
graduate migration law. I got some experience and exposure working in Nepalese education sector for a few years, and after that I got a very good opportunity from LinkedIn, I can say, because I was a bit active in LinkedIn. So they approached me through LinkedIn, and I got an opportunity to work in a outside the Nepalese market, which is one of the Bangladeshi education provider, as assistant country director. So that gave me like a I at that time there was a bit of challenges, like working from one um, community to another. It was a bit of challenges at the beginning for first 6 months, but it helped me to cope the situations and learn more, understand the process in a different way of thinking. So that gave me much more exposure toward this industry. And after working for nearly 2 years, this is the journey where I got the new opportunity in a Grace International, and I'm really excited and proud to be a part of the Grace International, because now I can bring more towards this industry. I feel so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're in a perfect position to actually make a lot of impact as well. And when touching about environment and education, and I personally feel like education is a very exciting industry to be in, and also impactful. Okay,
That's right.
End of the day, it's all about educating people, and
That's
when
right.
you study environmental, like when you wanna make people environmentally focused,
Yes.
you wanna educate them in
That's
a way.
correct.
As
That's
a,
correct. That's correct.
and have you like found that in your role in working in education industry? Have you found that you're putting that input?
Because like when we talk about the environment, like every person can bring the impact change, like after getting the awareness, like day to day we can just from a small thing we can support the environment by recycling, reusing, and not like wasting like not using plastic too much. All those are like day to day thing we can always bring into it. And even like indirectly also I am always involved in like a environmental community or the charity wherever I can help them. So it's not like whenever you finish that degree you have to particularly work on that field, because
Yes.
environmental and sustainability is like everyone should be able to help the environment.
Yes.
So in a future maybe I'll have some project coming in a past down the line in 2-3 years time. Definitely I'll be doing something in the environmental context as well, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think environment is everyone's responsibility. Sabiko environment the share, and obviously if you don't take care of the earth we live in,
Yes.
you're not gonna get another one.
That's true. That's
Aye.
true. That's true.
Yes, Ani, how's Grace International? Is it a multinational company? कि तपाईको सिडनी कता कता branches हरु?
Grace International is established in 2006 from
Okay.
Nepal itself, and we have a plenty branches in Nepal, all over the Nepal. You can see like for example Pokhara, Chittagong, Kathmandu, Birtamur. It's like all over the place.
Okay.
In Australia, it is based in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide,
Yep.
Perth, and soon to open in Brisbane,
Mhm.
and also in India and Pakistan, and few more countries are on pipeline, but due
Mhm.
to COVID we have just halted for a time being.
Mhm.
But the process is ongoing.
Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. It's good to see a Nepali company grow
Yes,
into
it is.
South Asian,
It is,
region.
and there is a lot more room to grow further. Actually, I can
Mhm,
say,
mhm.
yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, Ani, what age were you when you came here as a student down Boko, right?
Yeah, it was about 22 years. My age was 22
You were
years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ani, we find early girls who are like 18, 19, 20 आएको छ हैन, they come here with a lot of struggle, अनि lot of hope from their parents as well, अनि they have to pay the fees, they have to go and study everything धेरै छ. Plus I feel केटीहरूलाई अलिकति गाह्रो पनि छ, किनभने this limited work they can do when it comes to हुन्छ नि तपाईको basic level जबहरुमा गर्दा, starting level जबमा गर्दाखेरि अलिकति men get हुन्छ नि more platform जस्तै लाग्छ मलाई हैन. अनि do you have any tips for any girls who are planning to come here or being here अहिले struggle गरिरहेछ?
Okay, talking about that point होइन अब कोही पनि चाहे अस्ट्रेलिया होस् अथवा नेपालबाट कुनै पनि देशमा अब्रोडमा पढ्न लाइक जानुहुन्छ जस्तै कि अस्ट्रेलिया युएस युके एनी नेम एनी कन्ट्री होइन मलाई चाहिँ what I feel is like हामी चाहिँ नेपालमा चाहिँ we are not used to like working in Nepal in a teen age. Like there is no such a culture like go and work in a cafe restaurant, especially when you are like staying in a major cities or somewhere. And even back for me, like it's not accepted by the parents or the society if you work in the for example in a cafe or something. They feel like, oh, you are struggling with money, you don't have a money or something like that. So that concept is drawing our teenager back, because in developed country here, for example in Australia, the teenagers start working in McDonald's, KFC, so it's not hard for them to get those type of job because they have already been into that industry. Yeah, from Nepal, like what I feel is like that mindset has to shift. At least they can get the training for barista and lots of things, like a customer service, even in a retail, because you can see in Nepal the retail hardly like people who is studying, they do the part-time or the casual job. So if that mindset and the shift change, it will be easier for the Nepalese student or to go any part of the country and get their desired job or work to be done, because they are teenager. And there is like for example, if somebody has completed the bachelor degree, they can also get the good job if they have some exposure to their home country. So this is what I can say actually.
Yes, I totally agree with that, and I partly blame the culture and how parents bring up their offsprings-हरु पनि, children-हरु पनि, किनभने तपाईको if your daughter or your son has to work, it feels like their parents can't provide the steady त्यो mentality छ कि, but it's like for their own growth हुन्छ नि. अनि obviously अब partly किनभने तपाईको बाहिर गएको पनि छैन, यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ कल्चर भनेर नथाहा पनि होला, it's there हैन. तर अब चाहिँ I feel people need to know that like जति छिटो workforce join गर्यो त्यति उसको growth को लागि राम्रो हो. Yes,
they will see the outer world, they will know like how to like कस्तो कल्चरमा how can we work भन्ने कुराहरु चाहिँ एक्सपोजर चाहिँ एउटा लेभलमा पाइन्छ कि त्यो चाहिँ हैन. अब त्यो डिफरेन्स चाहिँ we can create from back in Nepal as well. We can educate the student. If you are going abroad, why don't you like do some barista training or any training that you have interest on it, or that will help, because we know what type of like job they can get it over in back as a student here. So why don't we train them and at least give them a basic knowledge of the information and the requirement, I guess.
Yes, definitely. You come here 18, 19 अनि you have no experience, अनि language पनि एउटा barrier हो तपाईको, like you can't like obviously speak like the native here हैन. अनि त्यही त अब I feel lot of things are against us, तर पनि गरिराछन् I feel.
I think nowadays like due to like social media, lots of things have changed. People can see what's happening, they can talk with their friends. Back in 10 years, like there was not like we don't use Facebook those days, and we don't know what is the situation. Now they are connected कि अहिले connected छ साथीहरुसँग, साथी गएकोलाई पनि भन्छ कि के भइरहेछ, कस्तोमा काम पाउन सकिन्छ, and they know at least एउटा स्टेजमा मेन्टली चाहिँ उहाँहरु प्रिपेयर्ड हुनु भएको छ हैन. तर प्र्याक्टिकली चाहिँ भएको छैन कि. मेन्टली चाहिँ ओके म नेपालबाट आउँदा मैले यस्तो यस्तो गर्नुपर्छ, सजिलो हुँदैन हैन, काम पाउन सजिलो हुँदैन, मैले वर्क गर्नुपर्छ, मेन्टली चाहिँ प्रिपेयर्ड भएको छ एउटा लेभलमा मलाई लाग्छ. किन भन्दाखेरि डे टु डे स्टुडेन्टहरुसँग भेट्दाखेरि दुःख त गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ बुझ्नु भएको छ उहाँहरुले हैन. तर प्र्याक्टिकलिटिजमा चाहिँ अलिकति चाहिँ ल्याकिङ छ त्यो कुरा चाहिँ.
त्यो चाहिँ कसरी अब लाइक मोर अवेयरनेस send
we can create like not only like as nowadays at the moment we are only giving the information about college and university back in Nepal. Why can't we create something like an education center where we can give the information about how to work in Australia or something like that, training, induction, something like a certificate or something like that. It can be done from there, like to yoga level ko garyo bhane chai it can bring lots of changes, I guess.
I feel like training centers they are giving certifications and stuff, but it's like a week course kind of a week learn how to make coffee. You can't learn how to make coffee in one week.
No,
It's not gonna happen.
practicality,
Yes.
yeah.
Ani you know different types of coffee अनि जान्छ you come to
Yeah.
the real stage and
Yeah.
you're like totally lost.
So that's like practically they need to be aware actually, like
Mhm.
not only because of the certificate, because
Yes.
this is what we are like, you know, even in Nepal when we study we just get a certificate but practical knowledge is lacking neither.
Mhm.
And so same trend is going on, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah,
त्यही त I feel the students do struggle. I feel with the struggle as well they learn a lot.
yeah,
त्योबाट
that's correct.
अनि myself I came from hospitality अनि त्योबाट I got to learn how to interact with people, how to face you know different situations अनि it was a very good learning curve for me. अनि हजुरलाई पनि त्यस्तै भयो होला when you were in retail अनि
Yeah.
हजुरले manage गर्नुभयो, you could you learned how to manage people त्यति
lot,
बेला.
yeah.
How was your experience this stage मा चाहिँ?
Actually, like when I started in the retail, it was like girls working in the retail, not as a customer service. You are working as at the back. People used to say, "Why you are working as a packer or something like that?" But when you work hard, does not matter which position and where you work. When my management saw like I have a potential, they put me in the fast track program, which is like they will teach you in every role what you want to make you like in a capable of a management position. Back on those days it was like it was a Franklin store, now took over by IGA stores.
Okay.
Yeah, so Metcash brought that Franklin stores. So it has a really, even in a retail, it was like a corporate type of retail where you get the opportunity to fast track your career.
Yeah.
So getting into that program was really motivating and inspiring for me. It was a good example as well because they send you to the TEF college where you can study the retail management, and they send you to the different location where you have to manage the different department.
Yeah.
So it was really like a life changing journey. But people might thought, my friends and family thought, oh, you have achieved a lot, so now you should be stop now.
Yeah, it's
but
just
yeah, you should settle now. You should
Yeah.
stop. But even after that, I was continuing with my educations and doing, because okay, I got that label, but what next? Like what next? So it was the hunger which led me to this position, what I am today actually.
Were you always hungry, like very ambitious? You saw something here and you saw like, oh, I've got a potential, I've got to do something about it.
So actually, how I feel is like, do what you can do in, like, field does not define you actually. Whether you work in a retail or education, migration, do your best. The success will come itself. You know, like you have to do something very nicely and very you have to prove yourself actually when it comes down to your work, with the hard work, with your genuinity, with your trust, everything. You have to give your 200%, and then the success will automatically come, I guess. The only thing that I feel is like, yes, I'm career orientated person, but at the same time I know I have to put 200% towards my whatever job I do. I have to do it in a very right way, in a very perfect way.
Yeah.
Then that success will come, not by just dreaming about the career. It's not gonna happen actually. Yeah.
No, there are a lot of
Yeah.
people who just dream and say, oh, I'm just unlucky, and they're not working hard as well.
Yeah.
And I feel when you're struggle and when you actually work hard for something, you eventually get it, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Like people will see your success, but the failure, like I have also failed many times. Like you have to struggle, you have to prove yourself. Lots of things has gone wrong when you are doing hard working as well. Yeah. But at the end, what it counts is your success counts at the end. But there is a journey is not that easy that I have gone through. Like as an international student, as from overseas, so it was challenging, but I felt like I always did what I can do best. Yeah.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, I'm proud, not because like I have achieved, because I feel like if someone sees me as example, that will be like I can change someone's life by setting example. That is what feels makes me proud actually.
No,
Yeah.
that's what we try to do in
Yeah.
Get Her podcast as well. Like we try to motivate people, inspire people, and I feel it's easier to make them laugh and get
Yes.
them entertained. That's how long it's gonna last. And एकछिन हाँस्छ, then they're just gonna forget. But I feel inspiration is something that stays with you. I still remember people who has inspired me and still continue to inspire me. And inspiration takes time. But
Yeah.
I feel that's something that's deeply rooted into someone's ethics and someone's personality.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel you're setting example for women in general as well. Like we're coming from such a conserved तपाईँको society, होइन, जो चाहिँ to be successful as a woman is, I feel, I don't know, 10 times harder than a man. Right?
Yes, that's true. I can see that. Yeah.
Yes, even though I am a fully grown man, but I'm supporting a woman. किनभने त्यस्तै छ होइन.
Yes,
अनि
that's true.
त्यही त hats off to all the women who's working so hard. अनि the setting up examples, किनभने women has come a long way, especially in our culture मा, from being just housewives,
Yeah.
अनि being suppressed by their in-laws and their husband, अनि coming out slowly and becoming own independent. And how was your journey?
Yeah, I faced a lot of difficulties during that journey as well. In my family, we are 3 daughters actually. My dad is always like motivating us because like in regards to educations and everything, we had very open-minded, like because my parents were like, dad is well educated, mom is also very understandable, so it was very nice journey when I like, they always focus on, oh, you have to study, you have to do your education, rather than when I completed my degree, rather than telling me after completing the bachelor degree you should get married, they said, oh, if you wish to study abroad you can go. So that was the mindset when I was unmarried. Okay. So when I got married, my husband is always supportive to me, like he is until today's date. Whatever success I'm getting, it's because of his support, because this is like, he lets me work like, you know, day and night, like work hard and do whatever I feel. He always encourages me. So in my success, family and his role is very, very important. And getting married to from one culture to another culture, because I'm from Khadka at Chetri, and then I got married to different culture. It was bit it was always a different thing going on, but in-laws were also supportive, but they have this like educated family with the thoughts of, okay, so you can have your education, but you have to look after family at the same time. So convincing them sometimes is not that easy, you know, like because they are very educated, and it's not like convincing the educated people is much more difficult sometimes practically.
Yes.
So what I felt was like, as long as I'm doing the right thing, as long as I'm respecting my in-laws, I'm respecting the culture, so I should not be demotivating myself actually. So the only thing that motivated me was like, okay, I'm doing the right thing, and one day people will realize it, what I'm doing is right thing. So I wanted to set the example in context to that one as well, because after marriage they were like, okay, you can work, you can do this, but like decision is some like decision चाहिँ थुपारेको जस्तो अरूको कुरालाई they have to follow that thing जस्तो हुन्छ नि, अब with the respect and मायाको कारणले नै होला, तर it was challenging sometime. Yeah, but I think I have crossed that boundaries already now.
Okay.
So I'm
was it a struggle when you must have faced a lot of pushbacks as well, पहिला त तपाईको lot of judgments, किनभने you're a free spirit, you want to go and achieve so much, अनि maybe achieve more than your partner हुन्छ नि, अनि I think there's a lot of तपाईँको ego clash पनि हुन्छ, a lot of pushbacks in general. You're the lady, you gotta support your man, you gotta work in the house, work in the kitchen.
So in that context, I got lucky because my mother-in-law is also very educated. She is also the teacher, so she knows like how important the education and career, because until today she is into this community, and like in that context from my mother-in-law I got a support. But again from the family around, the circle that revolves around, they were like not that supportive. And then sometime उहाँलाई चाहिँ त्यो बुहारी धेरै नै जान्ने भयो भने छोराको इज्जत हुँदैन भने जस्तो मान्छेहरूले भन्थ्यो, तर सी नेभर लाइक हुन्छ नि, सी नेभर लाइक टुक द्याट टु द्याट लेभल के, सी लेट इट गो, सी इग्नोर इट. सो त्यसको कारणले गर्दाखेरि पनि अहिले पनि आई गेट लट्स अफ सपोर्ट फ्रम हर एज वेल.
That's I think really important. तपाईँको आफ्नो सक्सेसलाई सपोर्ट कतिको गरिरहेछ होइन, अनि स्पेसली पार्टनर एज वेल, कतिको सपोर्टिभ छ पार्टनर. एन्ड if it's a good partner, they'll always put some wind in your sails, नत्र चाहिँ there's always pulling you back.
So I'm lucky on that part because he has supported me every time, more than anything else, more than like always like motivating me. Okay, you want to do this, don't worry about anything else. You don't have to cook at home every day. If you cannot cook, we can order from outside. You don't have to worry about those households work. It's okay, nothing gonna get worse. It's okay, we can manage it. We can call someone to clean our house. That's okay, you don't have to worry about those things. So it's like so it's not like I have to do everything every day, because he's also helping me with my day-to-day work, or whatever I can finish from my end, I do it. But most of my time is like usually I'm involved in my professional work most of the time, rather than the household time, because according to him household work can be done anytime. You don't have to worry about it. But you don't have to hold back your career just to finish your household work.
Because so opportunities comes once, the household work, it's always there.
It's always there. It's never gonna finish.
Ani when someone like positively supports you, you feel so much motivated. अनि त्यो कुरा चाहिँ मलाई पर्सनली अझै रेजोनेट हुन्छ जस्तै लाग्छ कि तपाईँको छेउछेउको मान्छेहरूलाई पनि कतिको इम्प्याक्ट पारेर हुन्छ पोजिटिभली होइन. अनि यस्तो गर्नुपर्छ, उहाँले यस्तो गरिरहेछ हुन्छ नि तपाईँको पियर्सहरूसँगै उनीहरू. अनि त्यही त समथिङ पोजिटिभ आई थिङ्क goes a long way. अनि
that's right.
You must be setting examples as well.
It's ongoing. I'm trying my best. To like, it's always a learning every day, every time. You can always learn the best from everyone, because everyone has like different qualities, and you can always learn a best out of it. And so learning and changing yourself, adapting to to become a better person has always helped me a lot actually.
I used to feel पहिला सानो हुँदा एसएलसी सकेपछि चाहिँ इट्स लाइक लर्निङ इज फिनिस जस्तै होइन. देन केम +2 अनि +2मा पनि आई थिङ्क वेयर डन. देन सडनली वी रियलाइज द्याट लर्निङ नेभर स्टप्स जस्तै, इट्स जस्ट कन्टिन्यू लर्निङ अनि जस्ट इभल्भिङ योर सेल्फ.
So like education for me was like not like only studying something. I was not like a brilliant student, I can say. I was an average student. The only motto I had it, whatever you study you have to understand. So that's what was my motto, and I love learning every time. Even after finishing 2 degrees, masters and all this stuff, I still feel like I want to learn, like it's like school days I used to hate the studies, because the way we have to remember everything, it all comes down to whatever you can remember you have to write it down. So I literally used to hate the study during my school time. But when it came to my bachelor degree, when I became more aware, like okay, you don't have to write whatever you read, you can also write the things in a different language, like different terms you can define, you can explain. It's not like a exact answer you have to, whatever teacher gives it to you, you have to write. So those understandings and the label came only in the bachelor degree. So and then also I was teaching that time, so it was like evolving together, like teaching the student, and I was not letting my student to write whatever I wrote down. I was letting them to explore whatever they feel. So learning has always been like after the bachelor, like during the bachelor degree, it was really
I feel understanding like when you understand some concept, it stays with you longer.
Yes.
Because like understanding is you're exploring yourself, just like you said, you're exploring
That's
yourself
right.
and you're finding reasons as to why this is happening.
That's
So
true.
in our education system चाहिँ I feel there's more of rote तपाईँ सबै घोकेर पढ्नुपर्ने होइन इक्जामको अगाडि अनि I've personally done it a lot अनि अहिले केही याद आउँदैन
Yeah, that's true. Like the way we learned is now, like nowadays, like there is lots of sources they can search their information, but back in those days we have to ask the teacher.
Yeah.
Whatever teacher knows, that's what we get to know.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
But it's not only the school they want to teach like that. It's like a whole system was like, because the SLC is a board, you have to pass it. That is the iron gate, so you have to have those questions to be answered in that way. So it's like a whole system is like that, like you have to remember whatever you like, you know. So this is something, hopefully it's gonna change.
Yes, but the students I think they're very lucky.
Very lucky,
because
yeah.
they have all like explainer videos.
That's
they can
correct.
get concept in a different way.
That's
अनि
correct.
US को मान्छेले पढाइरहेको हुन्छ त्यो भिडियोमा.
That's really-
Then you can see visuals हैन.
Yeah.
Then we didn't have back home. पहिला त एउटा भिडियो लोड गर्न तपाईले 1
Yeah,
घण्टा
that's
लाग्थ्यो हैन.
correct. That's correct.
त्यही
That's
त.
correct. So nowadays, like the students are getting, I'm really glad to see those changes. They know how to use now, even in a small age they are starting coding and all those things, and it's really like, you know, it's something like things have changed a lot actually.
Yeah. And I feel with this technology a good thing has come, तर a bad thing पनि के आएको रहेछ भने एकदमै पोलराइज भइरहेछ मान्छे चाहिँ हैन. कनेक्टेड छन् त तर तपाईको सिक्ने मान्छेले धेरै सिकिरहेछ, नसिक्नेहरू अब तपाईको झन् lost in like making TikTok videos and just lost in doing, I'm not saying there's any bad in doing that, तर हुन्छ नि they are more lost in the rabbit hole of internet हैन आफ्नै कुराहरुमा. अनि सिक्नेहरू चाहिँ obviously they're exploring stuff अनि I think internet has both good and bad things as well. Yes.
Yeah, there is like everything has I feel like a pro and cons, advantage and disadvantage. So it's like how we can make it better actually. So that's the main thing. Yeah.
Okay. So हामी शोमा चाहिँ यसो एउटा rapid fire round पनि गर्छौं हैन. We just ask you random questions and you just answer it on top of your head, eh?
Okay.
अनि it's nothing serious, just casual ones. So let's start rapid fire round. First question is what is the first thing you do when you wake up?
First of all, as soon as I wake up, I plan my day in my head, get freshen up. So that's what it is.
Okay, just freshen up.
Yeah.
Do you like do meditation or anything? No?
Not really actually. I should do actually.
Yes, you should start practicing meditation.
I just find myself very busy, and then like I just start my day with my tasks to do actually.
Yeah. Burgers or pizzas?
Pizza.
You're a pizza person. Okay. Cheesy. Hot or cold?
Cold.
Cold. Favorite cereal? Like morning cereal.
Not really serial fan actually. Because if I start one series, I have to finish it, so I'll get addicted to it.
Okay. Favorite shoes?
Sneakers.
Sneakers. Okay. What's your favorite thing to cook? By the way, I've asked this question to everyone.
Yeah,
it's just not that you're a woman now asking this question.
I love to cook like Nepalese food or sometime like momos. That's the best thing to cook.
So you know how to wrap the momo?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, check now.
Always.
What's the worst job you ever did?
I have never done any worst job actually. I find every job very interesting, and I have never categorized my job as worst actually.
Okay, fair enough. If you had a superhero power, what would that be?
Change the people mindset to the positive actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just hypnotize them and make them positive.
Them positive thinkers.
Yeah, no more negative.
No more negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your biggest addiction?
My biggest addiction. can't recall actually. I have never
Working
thought
too
about
hard
it.
because someone
Yeah,
told me it's working.
that can be the one. That
Yes,
can be
draining
one.
out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't stay without working
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
No, I went to an interview
Yeah.
and someone asked me, "What's your weakness?" And I was like, "I've been working so hard. That's my weakness."
That's not the
that guy,
weakness for the
that guy
company,
really
that's-
laughed. Like, are you sure?
Yeah, that's
That
not
the-
the weakness for the company though who you are working for.
Yes, that's like more like advantage.
Yeah,
Are you a morning or a night person?
I'm a night person.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have any dream job you like to do?
I'm already working in my dream job actually.
Oh, wow, that's so positive.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. If you could paint, I'm not sure how good you paint.
I used to be.
Okay.
I used to be a painter.
If you could
Yeah.
paint, what would you paint?
Whatever, when you close your eyes, whatever it comes to your mind, just want to picture that one. Like there is no such a thing. I want to paint this because whatever inspiration you get while closing your eye, just want to put that in a canvas.
In the canvas. Okay. Cool. Okay, that was the last question. Very interesting answers, especially
thank you so much.
working harder one.
Any hampers?
Yeah, no. We're looking for sponsors, by the way. So maybe once we get sponsors, then
Sure.
yeah. But yeah, I wanna continue, talking about more topical as a female, Chani, empowering yourself, becoming more ambitious, even if you're a lady. And things are changing. There's a lot of new generation girls who are very, ambitious, and they want to do something in their life.
So I really feel proud whenever I see someone getting motivated to achieve something, because I always believe in equality, always in my mind. It's like from childhood, like whenever back on those days, whenever this is a boy or a girl or something, chora manche, chori, always used to strike me, bother me or something like that. I can never get over it. Why this is happening? We all should be equal. So equality has always brought me, it's not like if somebody is treating you not equal, I'm going to discuss with them or something. But I just feel like why their mindset is like that, why they can't change it, the question comes to myself actually. So I feel like making women more educated, awareness can bring more women empowerment, and they can all get involved in the decision making and all those things. So then the equality can be brought, I guess.
Yeah. And there's also a new they've been telling that about any woman who wants to come out of Nepal, they need to get a approval from the ward, and this has sparked a lot of topical conversation as to kina women like matra yesto gareko. Have you heard of that?
So I have heard that news actually. Somebody shared on the Facebook. I have read through it. Actually, my opinion towards it's everyone has their own opinion, and they might have done because of some reason. But what I feel is that's not fair actually, because who is going to approve it? What is going to approve? But somebody needs to give the approval from the family, according to my understanding.
Yes.
According to that post.
Yes.
Somebody who is their spouse or elderly people. So what if that woman does not have a spouse, widow? If he or she does not have in-laws or the families or the parents, who is going to give the approval to them? So that is something, it raised my question actually. I was asking question to myself actually. So yes, why they want to do that is I can understand. They're to decrease the trafficking and the thing, because the women are not much educated from the different part of the Nepal. So people can to help them actually, they want to do that. But how, it can be done in a better way by doing the surveys and making the also involving the women, how they feel, why they have been face this type of situation trafficking. So rather than killing treating the root cause, there is a symptom, they want to do cure that thing, and then that may disbenefit other people as well, the people women who may be having some family violence or something, she wants to go away from their family or something like that. So whether she has to wait for the approval, so it's something is lots of things questions arise in the mind. So they are just proposing it, they have not implemented, I guess. So they should think about all 360 views of the
Yes,
thing,
yes.
ask the question who is going to benefit, how
Definitely,
it's gonna, so there can be a positive alternative, I guess. Yeah.
Now I feel what they're trying to do is something
Yeah.
correct,
Yes.
but the way they're doing
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
a bit
Yeah, it's gonna like
questionable.
impact other group as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
though, especially when you said
Yeah.
if she's facing domestic violence,
Yes.
then it'd be very difficult for
Yes.
to get approval. It'd be
Yes.
just stupid. It's like,
Yeah.
Can you approve to go
Yes.
out and yeah.
So there can be like people has to think about all the perspective of the policy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I think we're just coming to slowly an end of the episode as well. I think we had a lot of learning that we did. Is there any message you'd like to give to any students that are planning to come here and create a career, be it a woman or a man, any gender? Is there anything that you'd like to just send
So
out?
what I would like to give my message to all the youngster, whoever wants to come to, goes to any country for study, not only Australia, not limited to like UK, Canada, or abroad study. First, like, be capable of your skill, understand what is your passion, what you want to do actually, not get influenced with like, okay, do this, you'll get like, they have to follow their passion actually. If they follow their passion, they will be successful, not limited to one country. It is going to be like, worldwide. So if they are passionate about IT degree, learn, like, study properly, so that like, in a future you can be an entrepreneur or something like that. So something they have to understand what they want to do it actually, rather than people forcing them to do this, do that. Like, at the end of the day, you just don't want a degree to hang around in your wall. You just
Yes.
want some skill to uplift, where you can earn, learn, and also grow at the same time.
Yeah. I think when something is influenced by outside,
Yes.
it's not gonna last very long.
Yes.
But if it's something that's coming from within,
Yeah.
it's gonna take a long
Yes.
way. Understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's a very beautiful message you've given to aspiring students and people who are trying to make career here. I would like to thank you as well for coming over. Hope you
Thank
enjoyed.
you so much.
this
I really
podcast.
loved it. I loved the rapid fire round as well.
That was a bit of a
It's
surprise.
great.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And we'll see you all in next episode. And hope you had a good time. Bye.